Hey everyone, and welcome to the first video on my booktube channel, which is Read with G. So, yes, I know, it's taken me forever to get this channel off the ground. Honestly, because I've been debating about it. But yeah, so we're rolling with it. And the first video of this channel is going to be a book, if I can get it, a book review of these three, because I have gotten back into reading and it feels so nice to be back. So yeah. All right, so the first book that I literally finished last night was You Always Come Back by Emily Smith. And literally, I'll just read you the summary because I suck at describing what happens in books. So yeah. 9 years ago, July Weaver's little sister was one of the first victims of the Pacific Lake Killer, a serial killer in Georgia. When other girls began to disappear and were found dead, it was July's testimony that put her own father into prison for the crimes. After the sentencing, she fled to Nashville to focus on her music career and to try to forget the horrible past. But when her brother tries to kill himself, July is forced to come back home and reunite with her 4 remaining siblings. What she isn't expecting is to uncover new evidence that makes her question everything that happened to her little sister 9 years ago. Is it possible that July blamed the wrong person? Is it possible that the Pacific Lake Killer is still out there? As the linchpin to the case against her father, and the reason the Pacific Lake Killer case is closed, July knows it isn't long before the killer will set their eyes back on her, if they're really still out there. So, this book, it was my first ever thriller mystery book type, if I were to describe the genre. So yeah, it was good, but wasn't crazy about it, so I would give it a like 5 out of 10. But if you like thriller with a little bit of mystery, then highly suggest this. Highly suggest it. Next is a self-help book called I Hate You, Don't Leave Me. And basically this is for anyone that has a person in their life with borderline personality disorder. And it is the most helpful book ever. Like, you always think that a certain person in your life could, have that, but you're not really sure. And then you read this and then you think, oh my god, it all matches up. So yeah, highly suggest this. Give this a 10 out of 10 in self-help. Next is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. And it goes like this. Millie, Aubrey, and Jonah's story are cousins, but they barely know each other, and they've never even met their grandmother. Rich and reclusive, she disinherited their parents before they were born. So when they each receive a letter inviting them to work at her island resort for the summer, they're surprised and curious. Their parents are unwavering on one point, not going to an option. This could be their chance to get back into grandmother's good graces. But when the cousins arrive on the island, it's immediately clear that she has different plans for them. And the longer they stay, the more they realize how mysterious and dark their family past is. The entire Story family has secrets. Whatever pulled them apart years ago isn't over. And this summer, the cousins will learn everything if they can survive the season. So I read this in December, and so it's been about a month since I finished this, and honestly, it was good. Again, it felt like a thriller mystery, which again, not really crazy about. I lean more towards the thriller genre than the mystery genre. But yeah, I give this a higher rating though than the previous book I mentioned, which is this. I give this a 8 out of 10 because this is really, really, really good. So yeah. And those are the 3 books that I have to start off this booktube channel. And yeah, so my next video will be my February March wrap up. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.